Hi there, jazz guitar friends! Today we are diving into the sound of one of the most iconic voices in jazz history. I'm talking about the one and only Dexter Gordon.
Soy Califas.
Dexter wasn't just a bebop tenor sax giant. He was a bridge between the raw energy of early bebop and the lyrical storytelling that shaped generations of improvisers. His phrasing is bold, vocal, full of swing, and incredibly melodic. Every line he plays tells a story, and that's not a cliché even if the guy played a lot of clichés. I've transcribed a beautiful phrase from one of his solos in Cheesecake from the album Go, and in this video we are going to unpack it in 3 powerful ways that you can immediately apply to your own playing. First, we'll look at how Dexter uses triads and embellishments, with subtle shifts between major and minor colors to create emotional depth. Next, I'll show you how to take that same idea and turn it into double time, turning tasty 8 notes into energetic 16th note lines. And finally, we'll zoom in on a really expressive major 7th interval he uses, and I'll show you how to apply that concept across a full chord progression to build thematic solos using intervals. So grab your guitar, tune in, and let's break down some Dexter magic, because there is a lot to learn from just one beautiful phrase. Let's go! Before moving on, let me quickly tell you about my website. Support to my channel is also the way to unlock exclusive material you won't find on YouTube. Extra exercises, Guitar Pro and XML files, backing tracks, plus monthly rewards like live classes. Members also receive special discounts on my products. It's a way to keep the channel growing while giving you resources to take your jazz guitar playing to new heights. So thank you very much for supporting my channel. Our phrase is based on C minor with 2 5s, and the melody starts from the root. And if you pay close attention, this phrase is based upon a C minor triad, maybe C diminished, but probably C minor. And the only thing that Dexter does here is apply ornaments. A bit different the last one, because it's kind of an enclosure, chromatic run, enclosure, and going to the 5th. This is a typical resource from the swing era. Great melodies players like Lester Young, Coleman Hawkins, all these guys play this type of resources all the time. And you can probably relate this phrase to this type of sounding. And you can do it as well in C major. Forget our progression and let's focus on C major triad, and we do the same. Just a quick reminder, if you are not subscribed, please click the button and help me reach more people with my lessons and help me keep doing more videos. Thank you very much. So a good place to start applying this type of concepts is choosing one triad, major or minor, in different sets of strings and try to find the different ornaments to make the phrase work. Then the phrase returns to the root, 4th, enclosure, going to the 3rd of our C minor chord. So once again, and from here, look at this beautiful end of the phrase on the 9th of our C minor chord. Time to transform our 8 notes into 16 notes. This is one of my favorite tricks when I'm studying language and when I'm transcribing people, because most of our favorite solos happen in 8 notes. So, if we double the time, we got beautiful 8 notes that we can apply a very fast compression and try to play all of the phrase belonging to 2 measures into just 1 measure, or 4 measures phrase into 2 measures. So, let's play the first part of our line and try to speed it up. You can do this with alternate picking, economy picking, or even with legato plus picking, whatever works for you. But the idea is to keep the notes tight and all of them articulated in the same way, in groups of 4 notes. Ta 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 ta. In the beginning, it's very good to force the accent every 4 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So, try to feel the weight of our notes. And of course, try to not to force both hands in order to avoid this. You can, right? Because you already know the different fingerings for this line, you can practice double time lines in different registers on the guitar. Imagine, for example, in the low register, and we apply the same concept. And after that, then maybe you decide to study the phrase here and here. The trick here is just time fill, and in the PDF I get an exercise for you to confront those 2 lines and trying to fit them into their corresponding times and corresponding accents. So I encourage you to practice this type of ideas against any 8-note line, because probably you are sleeping on a ton of beautiful phrases and amazing language that you can transform and play it in a very different way when you double the time and apply to different contexts maybe, and forget about defining change by change by change, because when we are doing this phrase I forgot about the 2 5s and stuff. For me it's just a very long C minor sentence. Now comes the modern part, because Dexter Gordon, among many other players, used this type of wide intervals in their playing, probably to end up phrases and end up in interesting spots in the harmony. But we can extract these ideas, regular intervals, and apply them to the regular harmony of the tune, in this case C minor, C melodic minor. My advice to practice this is just to stay in a string set and try not to change it before you already know all the positions. In this case, in the PDF, on the exercises, I chose these fingerings, 2nd, 3rd and 4th strings, to apply the interval. So I will start playing the chord And from here I will find sevenths. In some cases are major sevenths, in others are minor sevenths. So you play this, you can play a la Jim Hall and try to stick around 2-3 forms and apply different rhythms, and you can sound very, very modern when you're doing this, because explore all the possibilities. Try to connect both areas. And mix it with your previous language and stuff. If you keep practicing and broken these scales into sevenths, sixths, fourths, whatever interval that you want to practice, you will end up knowing the scale very, very close, and you will gain access to a lot of resources that only modern players from the 60s and so on applied into their playing. So it's a beautiful way to spend an hour of practice trying to break all those intervals from our favorite scales. Hope you enjoyed this video, thank you very much for being there, and remember, you got all the PDFs available on my website for free, so check them out. See you in the next chapter!